Hey, I heard your daughter is also applying to California University. What exactly does she think she's doing?
Huh? What do you mean, what is she doing?
Are you trying to start something here? Listen, the only person from this town who should be applying to such an elite university is Bailey. Your daughter is going to fail anyway, so I suggest she stop while she can.
No, Amy's been working really hard and studying so much. Bailey told me she wants to get in with Amy too.
That's just Bailey showing off, trying to be gracious. She knows for sure she'll be accepted. If anything, it's out of pity for your daughter.
Pity?
Yes, pity. I mean, come on. Bailey's always at the top of her class. She gets fantastic results on the national exams. Amy is, well, she's barely scraping by in the middle of the pack at her school. She doesn't have the skills to get into California University. Not even close.
That's exactly why Amy's been working so hard. Sure, she may not be at that level yet, but if she keeps putting in the effort, who knows? She could get there.
Let's face it. No matter how much an average person tries, it won't matter. California University is a place where only the chosen few can make it. Your daughter isn't in that group.
How can you say such cruel things about someone who's working so hard?
It's not about cruelty, it's about reality. Even if someone without any talent tries their hardest, it's like building a mud ball that will fall apart at the first sign of pressure.
That is just terrible.
I'm just telling the truth. It's better for her to understand the reality of the situation, rather than live in some fantasy world. If anything, that's what you want, as a parent, should be doing.
Amy made the decision to set her own goal, and she's putting in all the work to reach it. As a parent, your job is to support her in that, right? To encourage her to do her best?
And you expect her to waste her time failing repeatedly? If you're okay with that, then fine, but don't get in Bailey's way.
I'm not trying to stop anyone.
You might not be, but the reality is you don't want your daughter to be left behind, right? Bailey's been the best in everything she's done. And I'm telling you, no matter how much your daughter studies, she can't compete with Bailey. Bailey's not just talented, she's driven and she's destined to succeed.
You know what? I am really proud of Amy. She's been working so hard despite everything. She's doing everything in her power to improve, and no one can take that away from her.
That's admirable. But being proud of her doesn't change the reality of things. It doesn't change the fact that there's a massive gap between her and Bailey. No matter how much she tries, it won't make her someone she's not.
You think the gap is too big to close, but that's not for you to decide. It's Amy's choice to keep trying, and it's my job as her parent to stand by her no matter what.
Well, if you really want to keep pushing her forward like this, go ahead. But don't come crying to me when she fails, because I'm telling you, this is how things are going to go.
I'm not going to give up on her just because you don't believe in her. I believe in my daughter, and I will support her every step of the way. If she wants to go for California University, then I will stand by her side, and I'll do everything I can to make sure she has the chance to get there.
You're wasting your time. You'll see when the results come in, and you'll realize that all this effort has been for nothing. But you can keep telling yourself that everything will be fine, even as you watch her fail.
You can say whatever you want, but I won't stop supporting my daughter. She is going to keep going, and one day when she succeeds, I'll be the one standing beside her, proud of how far she's come.
Hey, don't tell me you're getting ahead of yourself, are you?
Huh? What do you mean all of a sudden?
I'm saying that just because Amy scored higher than Bailey on the practice exam, you're getting a little too cocky, aren't you? Your daughter got lucky, but in terms of true ability, there's no way she can beat Bailey.
There is no need to get so worked up about it. Bailey came over to our house the other day, and even though Amy beat her in the practice exam, she didn't seem upset at all. In fact, they were both praising each other. I think that's a good thing, don't you?
How many times do I have to tell you? The two of them are on completely different levels. Bailey is just humoring your daughter. Deep down, she's probably laughing at how little she needs to try compared to Amy.
Bailey's not like that. She's not a mean-spirited person. Why are you, as a parent, talking about her like that?
The smartest person in this town is my daughter. She's the only one who should even think about applying to a prestigious university like California. Your daughter has no place trying to compete. Understand?
It's just pure parental ego, isn't it? Amy, thank you for letting me drive you to the station.
But aren't we a little early?
It's fine. Use the time to study at least. When there's something important coming up, you can always take an earlier train. The best preparation is always to be ready.
Well, I guess so. But here in the middle of nowhere, an earlier train means an hour earlier.
You wouldn't want to risk being late, would you? You've worked so hard for today, after all.
I could have slept a little longer, though. Well, maybe I'll take a walk around the exam venue.
A walk? Aren't you a little too relaxed? At least read through your vocabulary sheets or something.
I'll flip through them on the train. But I'm feeling confident. I've studied a ton.
That's exactly what'll get you into trouble, getting too cocky.
I get it. Anyway, the train's here. I'll get on now. Oh, there's Bailey. I'll go with her. See you later, Mom.
Oh, Bailey's here early too, huh? Oh, good luck. And say hi to Bailey for me.
I will. Thanks, I'll do my best.
Amy, are you okay? Did you manage to catch the train?
You're so overprotective. It's fine. I made it onto the train just fine.
Oh, good to hear. And Bailey?
Well, I wanted to go with her, but it seems like Bailey got nervous and her stomach started hurting. She had to get off and she'll catch the next train.
Oh, I see. Well, I hope she's okay.
The next train will still get her there in time, so I think she'll be fine. Bailey's always been a bit of a nervous person, so it's not unusual. Don't worry. I'm staying in touch with her, so everything's under control.
That's good to know. Well, no matter what, good luck with the exam.
Thanks, Mom. I'll do my best. So, today is a big day, the day of the exam. How do you think Amy is doing now, considering that she's been falling behind Bailey ever since that time?
But Amy has been steadily improving her mock exam results. She's been working hard and making progress. Bailey has been doing the same. Both of them have been pushing each other to work harder. There's a sense of healthy competition between them, one that's driven them both to do their best.
Let's be real here. Amy's been losing all along, hasn't she? Maybe she cheated on that mock exam. It's the only explanation, right? Because after all, there's no doubt that Bailey is the superior one. Bailey has consistently been the top of her class, and her results speak for themselves.
Why is it so difficult for you to acknowledge their efforts? Amy and Bailey have both been putting in a lot of work. Both of them have been striving to achieve their goals, and there is no reason for the two of us to be at odds over this. Why can't we just celebrate their hard work regardless of who's ahead?
I think you're just jealous of Bailey. You can't stand that she's excelling not only academically, but also in sports. You've always resented her for that, haven't you? And now you're trying to get your daughter into the same prestigious university as Bailey? You're desperately trying to resist the fact that Bailey will likely be the one to succeed. You're fighting an uphill battle.
Huh? What are you even talking about? That's not what I'm thinking at all. Amy wanted to apply to California University, and I simply wanted to respect her wishes. She's the one who made the decision to apply, and as her parent, my job is to support her, not impose my own will. I'm not using my child to fulfill some sort of personal agenda. I am not forcing her into something she doesn't want to do.
Oh, I know exactly what's going on here. You're jealous of Bailey's success, aren't you? You can't stand the fact that she's always at the top, and now you're trying to use your daughter to prove something. It's so obvious. And you know what? It doesn't matter anyway. Amy will probably fail her exam. That's just the reality of it. But I'll make sure she learns a valuable lesson about what happens when she tries to compete with my daughter.
What? What do you mean by that?
Well, you see, I've made sure that Amy won't be able to make it to the exam today. I pressed the emergency stop button on the train your daughter was on. She's not going to pass the exam, not today. And that's it. My daughter wins this round. It's as simple as that.
What, are you serious? What are you talking about?
Let me explain. You see, there are only a few trains that run from this small town to the exam venue. If the train has to make an emergency stop and doesn't get back on schedule, there's a chance that your daughter won't be able to make her transfer on time. And if she misses the transfer, then she'll be late. And if she's late, she won't be able to take the exam. It's as simple as that. I've made sure that it will happen. Your daughter won't even get the chance to sit the exam today. You can forget about it.
No, this can't be happening. I can't believe you would do something like this. This is beyond what I expected. How far are you willing to go just to sabotage my daughter's future?
I'm not doing this to sabotage her. I'm simply eliminating the competition. Your daughter has no business trying to compete with mine. She's not in the same league, and she never will be. I'm just making sure things stay fair. If you're going to send your daughter up against Bailey, you need to know what you're up against.
Hold on, you are wrong about this. You are clearly mistaken. I just don't understand how you can do something so underhanded. Look, I don't know how to break this to you, but your daughter is the one on that train.
What? What are you talking about?
Yes, that's right. Your daughter's the one on the train that made an emergency stop. Amy is not on that train.
That can't be right. I made sure Bailey got on an earlier train. I saw her leave an hour ago, so she should be fine. She shouldn't be on that train at all.
Actually, Amy also got on the earlier train. I think you've misunderstood. Amy ran into Bailey on the platform at the station. They both saw each other, and it seems that Bailey was feeling nervous and had stomach pains. She ended up saying she would take the next train and went off to the restroom. She couldn't take the pressure anymore.
What? Are you saying that Bailey is the one on the train now?
Yes, that's right. Bailey is on the train now, and she's heading toward the exam venue. And guess what? There are other students on the train too, heading to their respective exams. How do you plan to handle this situation? Are you going to take responsibility for what's happened?
Wait a minute. I need to confirm this with Bailey. This doesn't make any sense. I can't believe this is happening. Wait, what should I do? Should I tell the station about this?
For now, there's no other choice, right? We need to get the train moving as soon as possible. There are already so few trains in this rural area.
I just told them, but they said they need to do a safety check first. What do I do? Bailey!
What have you done? Not just to Bailey, but you've caused trouble for so many other students too. How do you plan to take responsibility for this?
Take responsibility? I had the right to press the emergency stop button, didn't I? I just pressed what was provided, and now you're saying I have to take responsibility?
Huh? You pressed it on purpose, didn't you? If that's the case, you are definitely responsible.
No, I didn't press it on purpose. I thought I saw an animal on the tracks.
Huh?
So I just pressed the button. I thought it was dangerous. If the train caused an accident and it affected the exam, it would be a big deal. I didn't press the button with bad intentions.
So now you're trying to save yourself? What kind of mentality do you have? Listen, it would be easy to prove that you pressed the button on purpose. I have our conversation to back it up.
No, I was just joking earlier. Wasn't that obvious? I didn't press the button at all.
Huh?
Well, the train really did make an emergency stop, but it was just a nasty coincidence, right? At least I didn't press the emergency stop button.
So now you're going to pretend that you didn't press it? Honestly, is this really the time to be coming up with excuses for self-preservation? What about Bailey and the other students? They're still stuck on the train.
Well, that's not my responsibility. If I explain the situation properly, they should forgive me.
Stop messing around, would you?
The train seems to have started moving. That's a relief. With a delay like this, I should still make it to the exam venue in time.
But you're going to miss the train transfer. You said that yourself, remember?
Ah!
I arranged for a taxi. I'll pick up the students at the next stop and go directly to the exam venue. If that's the case, Bailey will still make it in time.
Huh? Really? Thanks. You're quite generous, huh?
What? I'll charge you the full amount later.
Huh?
Of course, I'm covering for your mistake here. You're not a kid anymore. You should take responsibility for your actions. Do you seriously not feel embarrassed after all the excuses you've been making?
What's with you? Why are you getting so worked up? This is ridiculous.
Are you feeling cornered? You know you messed up, and now you're just trying to play it cool and laugh it off, right? I'm making you cover the taxi fares for all the students. You have no objections, right?
I do have objections. There's no way I can pay for all that on my own. Besides, I wasn't the one who pushed the button.
Listen, a lot of the students were on that train, so there should be a witness. And the security cameras on the platform should have recorded the moment you pressed the emergency stop button.
Huh?
Even in the countryside, they've got cameras installed. With that kind of evidence, are you still going to refuse to pay for the taxi fares?
No, I mean, I never thought it would go this far.
Even if things had gone your way and Bailey wasn't on the train and Amy was instead, it would have ended up like this anyway. Other students would have been inconvenienced. Didn't you think about that?
I just made a snap decision. Everyone does that kind of thing sometimes, right?
Sure, everyone can make a stupid decision in the heat of the moment, but part of being an adult is taking full responsibility for it.
No, I can't afford that. Wait, I need to contact Bailey.
I've already arranged a taxi for Bailey, too. Don't worry, they'll make it in time.
Forget about that. It's a taxi fare that's the issue. Don't let Bailey take a taxi.
Huh?
I'm not paying for Bailey's fare. If they can rent a bike somewhere, they'll make it in time. I'll have Bailey tell the other students to rent bikes too.
Rent a bike? Sure, there are bikes to rent near the station, but do you really think there will be enough for all the students?
So anyone who can't make it in time can just take a taxi, right? But I'm only paying for the bike rentals. If they could have taken a bike, choosing a taxi was their decision.
Shouldn't we be doing everything we can to make sure the students get to the exam on time? I'm pretty sure they won't make it in time if they ride bikes.
But I can't pay for a taxi. It's not my fault, right? Anyone who wants to take a taxi cab. But if they choose to take a bike, it's on them. If they want to take a taxi, that's on them too, right?
This is disgusting. How selfish can you be? Aren't you thinking about Bailey or the other students' futures?
I'm paying for the bike rentals, aren't I? I'm doing the right thing here.
If you're serious about that, then there is nothing more to be said.
I might be able to manage the bike rentals for the students. I'll contact my husband for now. Hey, wait a second. Did you say something to your husband?
Huh? What do you mean by say something? I don't know anything about that. I don't even have his contact information, so how could I have said anything?
That's a lie. There's no way that he's that upset for no reason. You must have said something unnecessary, didn't you? This doesn't make any sense at all. He's completely out of control.
What do you mean by upset? In what way? How am I supposed to know what he's feeling?
It's obviously about Bailey. He's probably furious because you stopped the train. What were you thinking when you did that? It's reckless. You can't just act on impulse like that.
Wait, Bailey told him?
Huh? Bailey? Did she really?
Yes, I just got off the phone with Amy, and Bailey apparently saw you press the emergency stop button. I'm not making this up. She saw it happen with her own eyes.
Huh?
I can't believe it. I didn't think anyone would notice. I didn't think anyone would even be paying attention. But when you think about it, it does make sense. I mean, you stopped the train while Bailey was on it. It's no surprise that she would tell someone, especially when it directly affected her and the rest of the students. Apparently, Bailey told her father about what happened. And by the way, Bailey and all the other students ended up taking taxis to the exam location. They didn't want to ride bikes, obviously. It would have taken too long and been too difficult. And you're the one responsible for covering the cost, by the way.
My husband's been talking about a divorce now. If that happens, then paying for all of this is going to be impossible for me. I won't be able to cover that kind of expense. How could I possibly manage?
Well, that's your responsibility, isn't it? You're an adult, after all. If you caused this mess, then you need to take responsibility and handle it yourself. I'm not the one who pressed the button, so why should I have to step in and solve this for you?
What? Are you really going to stand there and let Bailey lose her mother because of this? Don't you care about her at all? Is that really what you want to happen?
You think that a mother who cares more about her own money and avoiding the consequences of her actions is more important than her daughter's future? If that's the case, maybe you're right. Maybe it'd be better for Bailey if she didn't have to deal with someone like you.
It's all your fault. You're the one who caused this. If you hadn't done that, none of this would have happened.
You can't seriously be blaming me for this, can you? You're the one who pressed the emergency stop button. You're the one who caused the train to stop. If you hadn't done that, none of this would have unfolded the way it did. It's not like I had any control over your actions.
Fine. You want to blame me, go ahead. But I'm willing to admit that I made a huge mistake. I really regret what I did. I didn't think about the consequences at all. So please, can you help me patch things up with my husband? I'll do whatever it takes. I know I messed up.
I don't have any obligation to do that. Why should I help you fix your marriage when you're the one who created this mess in the first place?
Come on, please. Just this once, can't you help me out? I know what I did was awful, but I really want to make things right. I'll do better from now on. I just need you to help me smooth things over with him.
Ugh, help you? Really? You want me to help you after everything that's happened? Do you really think that someone like you who's made so many selfish decisions can just change overnight? I highly doubt it. Even if you try to better yourself, it'll probably just be a fleeting attempt, like a mud pie that falls apart at the first touch. Oh, thank goodness. Did all the students make it to the exam in time?
Yeah, Bailey and the others made it too. It was a bit of a rush, but everything worked out fine in the end. The exam itself didn't face any issues.
Oh, I'm so relieved. I was so worried about them missing it.
Honestly, the students were actually lucky they ended up taking a taxi. Everyone was saying how much of a blessing it was, considering how packed the trains were today. There was no way they would have made it on time otherwise.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that. So, how did the exam go for you?
I'm feeling super confident. I think I nailed it. Bailey and I worked really hard together. We studied nonstop for this, and I know we're both ready for whatever comes next.
That's wonderful! I'm so happy for you! How did Bailey do? Was she feeling good about it?
Yeah, Bailey's also feeling really confident. She said it went well, so I think we both have a good shot at getting into California University. Of course, we can't say for sure until we get the results, but we've both worked so hard, so I believe we'll make it.
You both have worked so hard together, and I have seen your determination. I'm sure that the two of you will be able to achieve your goals and get into that university. I believe in you.
Thanks, Mom. That means a lot to me. And you know, I also learned an important lesson today.
Huh? What lesson?
It's something you always tell me. From now on, whenever I have something important to do, I'll always make sure to take an earlier train and give myself more time. I don't ever want to risk being late again.
Monica found herself at the center of a massive scandal that she had, unfortunately, helped create. The trouble began when a group of students, all of whom were preparing for their exams, got caught up in a mess involving Monica. Their parents, understandably upset, took legal action against her for the mishap, which led to Monica taking full responsibility for the incident. To settle the dispute and make amends in some way, she decided to pay for all the taxi fares that had been incurred due to the mess. What seemed like a small attempt at reconciling the situation soon escalated into a financial nightmare. The amount she ended up paying was enormous, and because Monica wasn't working at the time, she had no way of covering such a hefty sum. This resulted in her falling deep into debt, something that she could not have anticipated. Her financial situation quickly spiraled out of control, and as it worsened, she found herself sinking further into a hole. Debt collectors began to hound her relentlessly, and she had nowhere to turn to for help. The pressure mounted and the stress from the situation took its toll on Monica. At the same time, the fallout from the scandal didn't end with just the financial burden. Monica's husband, unable to deal with the stress and the shame of being associated with her actions, made the decision to divorce her. The emotional strain from the scandal and the mounting debts became too much for their marriage to handle. Monica's husband told her that he couldn't continue living with her and that the relationship was beyond repair. Monica, devastated by this, had no choice but to accept the painful reality. The situation only continued to worsen when her daughter, Bailey, learned of Monica's actions. Bailey, who had once looked up to her mother, felt utterly betrayed. She couldn't fathom how her mother had allowed herself to get so caught up in the scandal, and the decision to sever all ties with Monica came swiftly. In a heartbreaking conversation, Bailey told her mother that she could no longer be a part of her life. She declared that she would cut all ties with Monica, effectively ending their mother-daughter relationship. This emotional rejection hit Monica hard, but she understood that it was a consequence of her own actions. As if that wasn't enough, Monica was also kicked out of her home. With her family and friends turning their backs on her and no income to support herself, she found herself homeless. The very people who had once been close to her were now gone, and Monica was left completely alone. With nowhere to go and no one willing to help her, she was forced to wander the streets, aimlessly drifting from place to place. The weight of her debts and the constant fear of the debt collectors closing in on her made every day a struggle. Monica's life had taken a dramatic turn, and she found herself trapped in the consequences of her own decisions. Monica's story is a sad and cautionary tale of how self-centeredness and a lack of consideration for others can lead to one's downfall. She had spent much of her life thinking only of her own interests, disregarding the feelings and needs of those around her. In her pursuit of selfish goals, she never stopped to consider the consequences of her actions on the people who cared about her. Now, as she wandered aimlessly with no one to help her, it was clear that she was facing the full force of her own irresponsibility. This was her comeuppance, and it was undeniable that she had brought this situation upon herself. Her life had unraveled because of her choices, and there was no one left to offer her any sympathy or support. On the other hand, the lives of Monica's daughters, Amy and Bailey, took a much more positive turn. Despite everything that had happened with their mother, Amy and Bailey were able to focus on their education and make something of themselves. Both of them had worked extremely hard to pass their university entrance exams, dedicating themselves to their studies with unwavering determination. Their efforts paid off when they both succeeded in gaining acceptance into universities, and they were able to start fresh, free from the burdens that had weighed down their mother. Their success was no accident. It was the result of countless hours of study, sacrifices, and a dedication to their futures. Both of them performed exceptionally well in their university courses, earning top grades and making their families proud. As they settled into their new lives at university, Amy and Bailey enjoyed a strong, supportive relationship with each other. They shared their experiences, supported one another through challenges, and found joy in their accomplishments. Their bond was unbreakable, and they were able to make the most of their university experiences, thriving academically and personally. What made Amy and Bailey's success all the more meaningful was the fact that their relationship was based on mutual respect and support. Unlike Monica, who had been solely focused on herself, Amy and Bailey had chosen a different path. They had forged a strong partnership where they worked together, encouraged each other, and celebrated their achievements as a team. Their bond was built on cooperation, not competition, and it showed in their academic success and personal fulfillment. While many people might have struggled with the challenges they faced, Amy and Bailey were able to navigate those obstacles with grace because they knew they had each other to rely on. Their story serves as a reminder of the importance of building strong, supportive relationships, especially in times of difficulty. Rather than seeing others as rivals, Amy and Bailey chose to work together toward their shared goals. This spirit of collaboration, rather than individual competition, allowed them to thrive in ways that Monica, who had always been focused on herself, could have never imagined. In a world that often encourages people to compete against each other, the story of Amy and Bailey shows the power of teamwork and mutual respect. Their success was not solely the result of their individual efforts, but of their ability to work together and support each other through the ups and downs of life. They understood that success is not about beating others, but about growing together, learning from each other, and pushing each other to be better. As Monica continues to wander the streets, isolated from her family and left to face the consequences of her actions, she may come to realize the true cost of her selfishness. Perhaps in time she will reflect on the importance of the relationships she had once taken for granted. In contrast, Amy and Bailey, who have built their success on a foundation of mutual respect and shared effort, will continue to grow and thrive, using their experience to guide them through the rest of their lives. In the end, the path that Monica chose led to her isolation and despair, while Amy and Bailey's journey together filled them with purpose and promise. Monica's downfall serves as a stark warning to anyone who believes that success can be achieved at the expense of others. Meanwhile, Amy and Bailey's bright futures are a testament to the power of cooperation, understanding, and the importance of nurturing healthy, supportive relationships. Their success wasn't just about academic achievements, but about the strength of their bond and their commitment to each other. This contrast in their lives is a powerful reminder that the choices we make, the relationships we build, and the way we treat others have lasting consequences. By choosing to work together and support one another, Amy and Bailey have shown that the path to true success lies not in competition, but in collaboration. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for having me over today. I have to say, your husband is really a nice guy, huh? Let's just say that I couldn't take my eyes off of him for more than 1 minute.
What the heck, Stephanie? What do you think you're doing showing up uninvited like that? How on earth did you even find out where I live? I clearly told you when I got married that I didn't want you involved in my life anymore.
Of course I found out. There are so many convenient ways to do it these days. You think I wouldn't be able to track you down? I'm not as clueless as you might think. Anyway, I actually have a favor to ask of you.
A favor?
I want your husband to become my husband now.
What? Are you going completely insane?
It's totally impossible for the younger sister to get married before the older sister, right? On top of that, based on what I saw today, your husband seems to be a really decent person. He gave off such a good impression, and he's quite handsome, isn't he? I think I might actually be into him.
Don't mess with me. How much more are you planning to take from me?
What's wrong with that? There's plenty of room for alternatives. Your husband, you, your kidneys. Do you know how much I've struggled with my health all my life? I'm the one who needs protection. You've had everything handed to you, while I've always been the one needing help. As your older sister, you should be the one supporting me.
I don't understand. Mom used to say the same thing to me, always pushing me to endure things, forcing me to take all the pain. How much do you think I've suffered, and yet all you ever did was live your life without a care in the world?
Families are supposed to help one another, right? So just because you donated a kidney, you think you can act like a tragic hero now? It's pathetic. Someone like you doesn't deserve a handsome husband like that. And if you're not willing to give him to me, I'll go ahead and take him myself.
That's not going to make my husband fall for you, you know.
I won't know unless I try. I can't just assume, can I?
I can't even begin to understand you.
Angie, I heard everything from Stephanie. Why can't you just be kind to your own sister? You don't even think twice about it, do you?
If you've heard what Stephanie said, then surely you understand. Are you really saying you would try to steal my husband?
I understand how you're feeling, but you need to think about Stephanie too. She suffered so much already. Don't you think she deserves a chance for once?
What?
Stephanie has been weak and sickly for as long as I can remember. She's had to endure so much, and now she's still in the middle of her recovery, unable to even meet a man or think about starting a relationship.
So you're seriously still claiming she's sick after she walked all the way here to my house? Doesn't that seem strange to you?
Our family is struggling. If your sister says she wants him, then you should just give him to her. That's what being a younger sister means, right? You have always had a chance to meet other men, so why can't you just give up this one time and let her have this?
Honestly, you have always been completely unreasonable, Mom. Is this why Dad divorced you? Because you've always treated me like I wasn't even important?
What did you say?
You know, when I was in college, I had to undergo a kidney donation surgery. I told you I couldn't do it because I had an important exam, but you never listened to me. On top of that, I had to rely on scholarships to even attend college. But when it came time for Stephanie to go, you paid for everything without hesitation.
Of course I did. Stephanie was so fragile, she couldn't even work a part-time job, and she needed all the help she could get.
Why is it so different for us? Just because I'm healthy and strong, do I have to endure everything while she gets everything handed to her?
You're unbelievable. Even now, as an adult, you're still throwing a tantrum like a child. You must have inherited that from Dad. You certainly don't look anything like me.
Fine. I didn't expect anything from you in the first place, so now I know it's a waste of time even talking to you.
A waste? You better apologize to me right now. How dare you defy your own parents? Don't ignore me like that.
What do you expect me to do? You never listen. You've always forced me to bear all the pain, and now you think you can just take my life apart again like this?
Listen, you've made it clear that you'll always prioritize yourself. That's why I'm not going to beg you to change. But I won't just let you tear apart everything I've worked for. This marriage, this family. I've had enough of you always taking more than what's fair.
And yet you still claim you understand my feelings? You can't possibly understand what it's like to live in my shoes, dealing with all the pressure, all the expectations. It's exhausting.
But I still have hope. Maybe you can still change. Maybe you'll finally see how much damage you've caused and how much I've had to sacrifice to make up for your selfishness.
You really don't understand, do you? You're so caught up in your own problems that you can't see how much you've hurt everyone around you. You should have thought about all this before making such a mess out of our lives.
And I'm done. I'm done with trying to make you understand. I'm done with hoping you'll change. From now on, I'll focus on what I can control, and that doesn't include you.
Angie, thanks again.
Thanks to you, I'm now getting married to your ex-husband.
I heard it from him. I'm so shocked. I don't even know what to say.
You're so annoyingly serious and without any sense of fun. When I invited him to some naughty games, I thought he'd fall for it, and he did.
Are you talking about dating your husband behind your sister's back?
Yes, keeping it a secret was such a thrilling experience. Men, no matter how old they are creatures that get excited like teenagers on a suspension bridge.
If you were that used to it, then there was no need for you to steal him from me, was there? I'm honestly disappointed that he was that simple.
It's my fault for not being charming enough, right? And I was weak, so he became indispensable to me. So, you'll just have to deal with it.
Why do you have to push me into a corner like this? Did I ever do anything to make you hate me?
What? Are you telling me to be thankful? Just because I donated a kidney, don't act like you're some kind of lifesaver.
That's not what I meant, but...
I've always hated that attitude of yours. That's why I took your husband. After the kidney, now I'm taking your husband.
You're the lowest.
Shut up, kidneyless. Mom even said it was a mistake to have you, but you were useful as a spare kidney. Give me the other one if I ever need it, okay?
Only joke around with someone who will laugh at your jokes. Whatever happens, I don't care anymore.
Poor losers like you always cry like that. Angie, long time no see. I just wanted to check if you were doing well, so I reached out. You must be happy, right?
I kept you as an emergency contact, but I'll just block you now.
Wait a minute. Actually, I need to talk to you about something.
I'm not listening.
Wait, we're family, so it's okay to at least listen.
What? You want me to lower the alimony? You want me to reduce the monthly payments?
What? Are you still angry? You've always been like this, acting like you're right and all that. I thought you'd finally realize your place. Now is a time for that. Be more like a little sister.
I don't even understand what you're talking about.
Well, I guess you might not be able to live without the alimony.
It's no problem. I already earn more than you.
What?
When my husband and I lived together, I paid more for the living expenses. So he probably got used to that lifestyle. They say it's hard to lower the standard of living once it's been raised.
What? He buys me so many things I want, and we go out to eat all the time. I thought he was making enough money.
Oh, and he contacted me before. Do you know what he said? He asked me to lend him money.
What?
He's in debt now.
No way.
It's true. Is your life a little hard now?
It's not just a little hard. I'm about to be kicked out of the apartment I'm living in. I thought I'd finally made it to a high-end neighborhood.
Then why don't you work?
I'm weak, so of course I can't work. And now I'm pregnant, which means I'll need even more money soon. Oh, right. If it's his child, then it might also be the child you gave birth to, right? So how about you pay for that?
What? If you're giving birth, then it's your child, not mine. Don't try to force money out of me with some made-up story. I already told you I don't care what happens anymore.
But your sister is in trouble. If you're going to say that, I'll go tell Mom.
Do whatever you want. At your age, whining to Mom is just pathetic.
Angie, what's the matter with you? Why aren't you helping your older sister? Don't forget, this is the man you picked in the first place. Couldn't you have chosen someone better? You owe me for this.
Oh, so this is why you've decided to contact me after a year? Let me remind you, I was the one who had my husband stolen, so I don't owe you or anyone else anything.
There you go again with that rude and defensive attitude. You're so unlikable, you know that? By the way, your sister called me recently, and guess what? She was in tears because of you. You're such a horrible little sister. I'm coming over to your house right now. Clearly, I need to teach you some proper manners all over again.
No thanks. I'm not interested in whatever lecture you have planned. Also, just so you know, I moved a while ago.
What? Are you serious? How dare you move without telling me? I told you to always let me know when you move. How could you miss something so basic?
Because I knew you'd barge in uninvited like you're threatening to do now. I didn't want to deal with that, nor did I want my husband to deal with it.
Husband?
Yes, that's right. I got married. My husband knows everything about my family situation, by the way. Both of his parents were toxic as well, so we decided to cut ties with our families and live on our own. Oh, and we already had a celebration. We threw a party and invited all our friends. So from now on, please stay out of my life. Also, I've placed restrictions on viewing my resident registry, so no matter how hard you try, you won't find out where I live.
Why would you go that far? We're family, aren't we?
Family? And so what? Do you honestly think being family is some kind of all-encompassing excuse? I used to find your logic strange, but now I understand it. You don't actually love me. You don't even love my sister, do you?
What are you talking about?
Dad told me he tried to get custody of me after the divorce, but in the end the court favored you because you're the mother. But let's be honest, the only reason you fought for custody was so you could collect child support. Even my medical expenses were covered by Grandpa and Grandma, not you.
That's not true. I only relied on them because I had no other choice. I took custody of you girls because I loved you.
Sure, let's say that's true for a moment, then explain why you treated my sister and me so differently. And if you loved me, would you have forced me to donate my kidney? You didn't even get tested yourself.
Well, that's because you know I'm bad with pain.
There you go, proving my point. You've always cared more about yourself than anyone else, but I figured something out about you, Mom. You love playing the role of the tragic, self-sacrificing mother. That's what you're really in love with.
What?
You enjoy telling yourself, I have suffered so much for my children. I've done everything for them. You're obsessed with that image of yourself as a martyr. That's why Dad left you. He couldn't take it anymore.
How dare you? I've done my best for you.
Oh, I'm sure you have. And by making me the villain, you've managed to make yourself look even better by comparison, haven't you?
Angie!
Getting angry won't help you now. Neither you nor my sister are getting any help from me. What's the matter? Did Dad cut you off financially? Have you already burned through all the money you saved?
That's not...
Right, because once we turned 18, Dad was no longer obligated to pay child support.
Listen, Angie, both your sister and I are in a really difficult situation right now. Can't you tell me where you're living these days? Surely you can spare a little help.
I could. In fact, I'm in a much better place financially than I used to be. I live in the penthouse of a high-rise building in the city.
The penthouse?
Yes, my husband insisted on it. He said the top floor offers better security, which is important given my family history. Looking back now, I can see why security is such a valuable thing.
Why are you living in a place like that?
My husband is the CEO of a major company. He was one of the clients I worked with after I divorced my ex. He approached me, and over time we got close. He's nothing like my ex-husband. He's frugal, responsible, and he prioritizes me above everything else. Honestly, I have your daughter to thank for this. If she hadn't taken my ex off my hands, I might never have met someone so amazing.
Well then, if you're so grateful, shouldn't you help us out a little?
Absolutely not. Do you seriously think I owe either of you anything? I don't. What I'm saying is I'm finally happy without either of you in my life. In fact, having you around would just ruin things. So no matter what happens, don't expect me to come to your rescue.
Wait, please, Angie, there's no one else we can turn to.
That's right. Grandpa and Grandma are in a care facility now. Auntie's the one managing their finances, so you can't access their accounts anymore, can you?
Stop it. You don't have to say it like that. You're really hurting my feelings.
Oh, please. After everything you've put me through, you expect me to care about your feelings?
I never meant to hurt you.
Which makes it worse, honestly. You didn't even realize how much damage you were causing.
You ungrateful child! I gave birth to you! I wish I never had you!
Wow. Well, guess what? I feel exactly the same way. I wish someone else had been my mother. So let me make this perfectly clear. I will never speak to you again. Not in this life. I won't give you money. I won't take care of you when you're old. If you need help, go to Stephanie.
Wait! Don't misunderstand me. I didn't mean what I said. I was just upset.
Too bad. It's too late now.
I'm sorry. I take it back. I do love you, Angie. I do.
Good for you. I don't love you. Goodbye.
Angie, wait!
Angie, please help me.
I thought we just bumped into each other at the hospital, and now this again?
You told me to send a message if I had something to say. I don't know what else you expected.
Of course, you made such a scene at the hospital, disturbing the staff and everyone around. It was so embarrassing. I really don't want to deal with that kind of chaos again. Once we're done talking, I'll block you again.
Please don't say such cold things. This is really important. You don't understand. If things keep going this way, I'll be forced to start dialysis soon. You have no idea how much I dread the thought of that. I will have to go back to the hospital repeatedly for tests and preparations, and I really don't want to keep going through that. I need your help. You've always been so healthy and your kidneys are fine, right? It would be so much easier for you to go on living your life rather than having to go through dialysis. I really need a kidney, and I need it from you.
But I already gave you one. Didn't you get a kidney from me before? Why don't you ask Mom for help this time?
Mom refuses to even consider donating her kidney. She's scared of surgery and she doesn't want to risk her health, especially with the baby coming. She says she can't because of the baby and she doesn't want to undergo surgery. It's not fair, Angie. Do you think I'm not suffering enough in this situation? For the sake of the baby and my own health, I want the family to just work together to solve this. Why can't you see that?
It's impossible. You know why? Because I'm pregnant too.
What? You're pregnant?
Yes, I am pregnant. I came here for my prenatal checkup. I've been coming regularly to check on my health and the baby's development. There is absolutely no way I would consider a transplant right now. It's simply not safe for the baby, and I am not about to risk anything during my pregnancy.
This is unbelievable.
Look, they've told me that it's possible to have a baby and do dialysis if you take proper care of yourself. I know it's not easy, but I've heard that it's still possible. So you need to stay strong, get through it, and take care of yourself.
Fine, but once I give birth, can I have your kidney? That way everything will be sorted out, right? You can take your time with the pregnancy, and I can't wait until after you've delivered. I don't see why that wouldn't work. You see, the thing is, I don't have a car. I can't afford to keep taking taxis, and my husband is always busy with work, so he can't drive me to the hospital every time. I really need help, and I need it now.
Wait a second. Why do I have to be the one to do everything for you? I've got my own life now. I have a family, a husband, and a child. I'm not just sitting around waiting to solve your problems. I want to focus on them, on my own life. You can't keep coming to me when it's convenient for you, especially when you don't even seem to appreciate anything I've done for you in the past.
But you don't understand. Mom hasn't been giving me money lately, and my husband has been growing colder and colder. He doesn't help with the housework, and now he's pressuring me to start working as soon as the baby is born. I've never worked before, Angie, and on top of that, they keep talking about how I should handle postpartum depression, and they're not listening when I say I'm busy taking care of the baby. I'm stuck in this situation, and I just need someone to help me.
Well, have you thought about looking for a daycare for your baby? Or maybe you should ask your husband's parents for help?
I can't ask my husband's parents for help. They cut ties with me because they took my sister's husband's side, and now they're completely against me. They blame me for what happened between me and my sister. They hate my husband, and they won't even talk to me anymore. They've completely disowned me.
Yeah, my in-laws have been distant too, but at least they didn't cut ties with me entirely.
Exactly. That's why I have no one to turn to, no one to help me. I'm all alone in this. Do you get it? I'm so pitiful, Angie, please. I heard from Mom that you're living in Midland now, right? If that's the case, can't you share just a little bit of what you have with me? It wouldn't hurt, right?
Okay, let me remind you of something you once told me. You think you're the tragic heroine? How embarrassing.
What did you say?
You don't even remember what you've done to me all these years. You have never once apologized for anything, and yet you still act like this. Do you even realize how much pain you've caused me? You always act like it's all about you. I've been living with someone who knows how to say thank you and I'm sorry now. Do you know why people say those things? Because when you don't express yourself, people don't understand what you mean. Words are important, Stephanie.
I'll apologize. I'll apologize for all the things I've done in the past.
You think that apology means anything? It doesn't. It's meaningless. I don't even want to hear it. Let me tell you this, in no uncertain terms, you are not worthy of my help. You've been the biggest obstacle in my life. You are my black history, my biggest regret, and the worst sister I've ever had. I can't believe how you've treated me.
Don't say that. You've always been my sweet, caring little sister, the one who would always listen to my request.
That's a lie. You only came to me when it was convenient for you. You didn't care about me when I needed you. You can go ahead and do dialysis. You can live your life properly without needing anything from me.
I won't do it. I won't.
Do you realize the only reason I ended up with the best husband I could ever ask for is because you gave him up? You let him go, and that made room for me to be with him. I'm leaving the kidney I gave you as a token of gratitude. Take care of it, Stephanie. I'm sure you will cherish it.
I will never forgive you. I swear, I will never forgive you for this.
Is that how you're going to act now? You're going to throw a tantrum? What's the phrase you used to say? Oh, right, I remember now. You once said, "It's over once the loser begins to cry." My older sister has been going to the hospital 3 times a week for dialysis treatments. This routine has become a major part of her life, and it seems that the cost of these treatments, along with the expense of the taxi fare to and from the hospital, has become a significant burden for her. She's been complaining about the high costs, especially since she's not able to drive herself there and back, and the taxi fare is often far more expensive than she can afford. She's mentioned this problem to her husband, but unfortunately, it seems like he's not very sympathetic. It's hard to imagine the stress she must be under dealing with health problems, financial issues, and a lack of support at home. Her husband, too, has his own set of problems. He's been irresponsible with money for years, a habit he hasn't been able to break despite all their struggles. My sister has always been the one to manage finances in their household, but her illness has made it increasingly difficult for her to keep everything in check. His reckless spending habits have been a constant source of tension between them, and it seems like there's no end in sight. The last time I spoke to her, she mentioned that they were now living in a rundown apartment, in a place that's far from ideal, but something they can afford given the situation. It's not a good place for her to be recovering from her treatments, especially when she needs to be in a safe and comfortable environment. I've heard from various sources that if they end up having a child, things could get even more complicated. The rumor is that if my sister and her husband are unable to provide for the child, my brother-in-law's parents plan to take the child in and raise it themselves. This idea has been circulating in our family for a while, and I can't help but feel a little uneasy about it. While I'm sure my brother-in-law's parents would provide a loving home for the baby, I can't help but think that it's not an ideal situation. It's not something that should have to happen, and it's a sign of how strained things have become in their household. I truly hope that my sister and her husband can find a way to make things work, but it seems like they're facing insurmountable challenges right now. In the meantime, I can only hope for the best for the baby. I hope that when the child is born, they'll be surrounded by love and care, even if it's not from their parents. I imagine that the baby will be well loved by the grandparents, and I can only wish that the baby grows up in an environment where they can feel safe, loved, and nurtured. Children deserve that, and I hope that this baby will be given every opportunity to thrive, regardless of the challenges their parents are facing. As for our mother, things aren't any easier. She's been struggling financially for some time now, living on a limited income. She's had to tighten her belt in order to make ends meet. It's been difficult for her, especially since she doesn't have much saved up for emergencies. When she started running low on money, she decided to visit our grandparents' house under the guise of offering help. But it became clear that she had other intentions. She was hoping to find something of value in their house that she could sell in order to cover some of her own expenses. It's hard for me to say this, but I think she was desperate. I don't know what was going through her mind when she made that decision, but I can't imagine she felt good about it. Unfortunately, her plan didn't work out. My aunt caught her in the act and immediately took action. She confiscated the keys to the house and had our mother escorted out. It was a humiliating experience for her, and I'm sure it made things even more difficult for her. Now she's started working part-time, but it doesn't seem to be enough to make up for what she's lost. She's been getting scolded a lot lately, and I know it's wearing on her. I wish there was more I could do to help, but it's hard when she doesn't seem to be able to help herself. On the other hand, I'm in a completely different situation. My husband and I are in the process of preparing for the arrival of our own baby. We're both excited about the future and what's to come. While I understand that life has its challenges, I can't help but feel a sense of joy and anticipation as we get ready to bring a new life into the world. Every day we talk about what kind of parents we want to be and how we'll raise our child and what kind of future we want to give them. It's a time of hope and happiness for us, and I cherish every moment of it. We've been busy getting the house ready, setting up the nursery, and making sure everything is in order before the baby arrives. There are so many little things to think about, baby clothes, diapers, bottles, and so on, but it's all part of the excitement. Every step of the way, we feel more and more ready for the challenges that come with parenthood. We've both agreed that no matter what happens, we will always make sure our child feels loved and cared for. That's the most important thing. In many ways, I find myself reflecting on my sister's situation and the choices she's made. It's hard not to compare our lives, especially now that we're both at such different points. While I'm preparing for the future with a sense of joy and excitement, she's dealing with health issues, financial stress, and the strain of an unhappy marriage. It's a stark contrast, and it's something I think about often. I know that life doesn't always turn out the way we expect it to, and sometimes we find ourselves in difficult situations. But I also know that things can change, and I hope that my sister's situation improves in time. I also think about our mother and how she's been struggling to make ends meet. I wish she could find a way to get back on her feet, but it's been tough for her. Part of me wishes I could do more to help her, but at the same time, I understand that she needs to find her own way. It's a hard thing to accept, but sometimes people have to face their problems head on in order to grow and move forward. As for me, I've come to realize just how fortunate I am. I have a loving husband, a supportive family, and a bright future ahead of me. I know that life will have its challenges, but I feel confident that we will be able to face them together. I'm excited to become a parent and to give our child a life filled with love and care. In the end, I hope that my family can find their way too. I want my sister to get better, and I want my mother to find peace and stability. But for now, I'll focus on the future and the new life that's about to join our family. I'm determined to make the most of this time and create a home where love, support, and happiness abound. Every day, I remind myself to cherish the moments we have and to appreciate the blessings in my life. Life can be difficult, but it's also beautiful in its own way. And as I prepare to welcome our baby, I feel a deep sense of gratitude for the life we're building together. I'm constantly reminded that we can't always predict how life will unfold, but it's in those unexpected moments that we learn and grow the most. My sister's situation, though heartbreaking, has given me a new perspective on the importance of patience and resilience. And while our paths may differ, I truly believe that we all have the potential to overcome challenges, even when it feels like everything is stacked against us. As I eagerly await the birth of our child, I know that our family too will find its way. My sister, my mother, and even I will navigate the twists and turns of life. And no matter how difficult things may seem, I'll be there for my family, offering the support I can while focusing on the beautiful life that's soon to begin. Every step of our journey will be a learning experience, and I hope that as we go through this, we can find peace and strength in each other. We'll grow, both individually and as a family, and I believe that we'll all come out of this stronger and more resilient than before. Life may be unpredictable, but I'm confident that with love and support, we'll be able to face whatever comes our way. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you so much for everything you've done up until now. But your job, it's officially over, lol. From this moment on, I'll be the one supporting Mitch, so why don't you just fade into the background? Disappear!
Wait, what? Who are you?
Oh, I'm Megan, the daughter of the executive director. Also your ex-husband's fiancé, lol.
Ex-husband? I don't have one. This is my first marriage.
Oh, you haven't separated yet? Well, just so you're aware, Mitch and I are about to get married. I thought I should let you know since I don't want you to be caught off guard later.
Mitch? Are you talking about my husband, Mitch? I think you might be confusing me with someone else.
Oh, if you're mistaken, then why do I have your contact information? Mitch has mentioned a few things about you, you know. He said you didn't seem like much of a wife to him. That's probably why you haven't had any children, right?
I really don't understand what you're saying right now. You suddenly contacted me out of nowhere and are making all these rude remarks. I'm really confused. But if what you're saying is true, then I do have a couple of questions that I'd like to ask you.
Questions? What could you possibly want to ask?
Well, it's not exactly questions, more like I'm hoping to get some advice from you. I actually have something I want to negotiate, and I'd like to know if you have a moment. Trust me, it's not bad news for you. In fact, this could be something that benefits you as well. Mitch, where are you right now? I received a message from someone named Megan. She's claiming that you two are engaged, but I don't understand what's going on. Could you please explain what's happening?
Andrea, you've already contacted me, huh? You're quick. As expected from the daughter of the executive director, you sure give off that competent, take charge vibe. You've always been good at getting straight to the point, haven't you?
I'm still not sure what's going on, but are you saying that what Megan said is true?
Yeah, it's true. You know, I've been promoted.
Promoted? You mean you're about to become a department head?
That's right. I'm about to be the department head, and guess what else? I've been chosen to be the next executive director as well. So from here on out, everything's gonna be perfect. I'm set for success, no turning back now.
So, are you telling me that you're going to divorce me? I thought you realized that all the success you've had up until now is because I've been the one giving you advice, guiding you. You've always been grateful for that, haven't you?
Oh, now that you mention it, I guess that's true. But honestly, don't get ahead of yourself. That was all just luck. The reason your project succeeded had more to do with my skills and connections than your ideas. And let's be honest, anything I've ever done for you has been because of my kindness. If you want to hear it, sure, I'll thank you, but the reality is the divorce is already happening. I'm marrying Megan, the daughter of the executive director.
What a disgusting thing to say. All the effort I've put in over the years, everything I've done, was for nothing, huh? You asked me to quit my job, to give up my own career and become a stay-at-home wife. And I did it all for you, working tirelessly to support you. For 15 years, I did everything I could to make sure you had the freedom to climb your career ladder. I was in my early 20s when we started this life together, and now I'm in my late 30s. And you're throwing me away like some kind of disposable object. Do you have any idea how that feels?
You're making a lot of noise. Honestly, through all these years, you never once made me feel like I was that special to you. Don't you think that's your fault? You didn't do anything to keep my interest. You were just so predictable.
Is that so? So now that you've achieved success, you're just going to marry the daughter of the executive director who helped you get there? And that means you've been having an affair with her, right? That's what I'm getting from this, right? You're admitting to an affair, and now you're so casually brushing it off like it's nothing.
When are you gonna stop talking? You're done now, that's it! Didn't Megan already say the same thing to you? She gets it. You've had your time. Thanks for everything, 15 years, congratulations, but that's over now.
You're really the worst. There's not even a hint of gratitude. After everything I've done for you, this is how you repay me?
Oh, you want me to thank you? Thanks for sticking by me for all those years, I guess. Without you, I wouldn't have gotten to this point. But that's it. I've got Megan now, and I'm done with this marriage.
You don't regret this, do you?
Nope, not at all. I'm not gonna regret it. Thanks for everything, really. I know it's gonna be hard for you, being in your late 30s and trying to find a new job. But hey, that's life, right? Good luck with all that, but do me a favor, please leave the house soon. Megan and I want to start our life together. I'm done with this chapter.
I understand. I'll make sure to leave by tomorrow. I'll prepare the divorce papers and have my lawyer send them to you. And just so you know, even if you regret it later, I won't care. It'll be too late by then.
No way I'm gonna regret this. I'm already looking forward to the future. But you can try your best to find a job in your 40s. Good luck with that. I'll be fine, don't worry about me. But really, leave soon, okay? Megan and I need our space to build something real together.
You really are the worst. I gave you everything. I sacrificed my own career, my own dreams, just to help you achieve yours. and now this is how it ends.
Oh, please. It's not like you ever really thought you were gonna keep me, right? You were always too focused on your own thing. If you'd been more supportive of me, maybe this wouldn't have happened, but you didn't. Now you're just another woman looking for a new start in her late 30s. Don't worry, you'll figure it out. You need to face reality. It's over. You're not getting me back. Megan and I, we're already moving forward.
Fine then, I'm done talking to you. Goodbye, Mitch. I don't know what kind of person you think you are, but I'm done with all of this. You've shown me who you really are, and I'm no longer interested in playing along with your lies.
You should have figured it out sooner. Goodbye. I've got a bright future ahead, and I'm not gonna waste it looking back. Hey, why aren't you answering your phone? You better pick up right now. This is important.
Stop commanding me around. You're not my husband anymore. You've lost that right to boss me around.
I'm calling because I need to talk to you about something important, all right? Just pick up.
What's so urgent? I'm busy, so make it quick. I'm not in the mood for any games.
Well, today the chairman came to the office, and of course you can imagine what happened. He asked about my granddaughter. He specifically asked, "How's your granddaughter doing?"
Oh, and how did you answer him? What did you say?
I didn't even know what he was talking about. When he mentioned granddaughter, I froze. I was panicking. I didn't know what to say. He then explained, "Andrea, my granddaughter." He was talking about you, Andrea, right?
Oh, so you remember my name, huh? It's been a while, hasn't it?
Don't make fun of me. This isn't a joke. You mean to tell me that you are the chairman's granddaughter? Why on earth didn't anyone tell me about this before? You never said a word about it. And your parents never brought it up, not even once. How could this have been hidden for all these years? Your parents don't even work at the company, so how is it possible that you're the chairman's granddaughter?
Yes, I am. And no, it's not a problem. Why are you so upset about this?
Oh, it's not a problem, huh? Well, maybe it's a bit strange that after being married to you for 15 years, I'm just hearing about this. You kept this from me for all this time, Andrea. Why?
It's simple. My grandfather is from my mother's side, and my father doesn't even work in the company. He's a pastry chef, not interested in business. My mother wasn't involved either. But most people in the company knew. My grandfather and I both agreed to keep it quiet. That's why you didn't hear about it. It's not like it was a secret, but no one asked, so I didn't say anything.
Wait, so it's true? You're really the chairman's granddaughter?
Yes, it's true. It's not a lie. Why are you making such a big deal out of it now?
I can't believe it! After all these years, how did you keep something this big from me? 15 years we've been married, Andrea. 15 years! And you just didn't mention it? Why now? Why tell me only after the chairman brings it up? You know, I've always wondered why you were so hesitant to tell me things, and now I'm starting to understand why. You hid it, didn't you? Why didn't you trust me enough to share something so important?
I didn't trust you? No, I just never thought to mention it because no one asked. It wasn't important at the time. You've never shown any interest in the family, so why would I bring it up? And honestly, my grandfather wanted to keep it a secret for a while. He thought that if you were good enough, he'd help you climb the ranks. But it seems like you weren't as good as he thought you were.
Wait, what do you mean by if I was good enough? You mean to say he was planning on helping me rise in the company? More than just a department head?
Exactly. My grandfather wanted to support you. If you had proved yourself, you would have gone far. But honestly, you only made it because I was there to back you up. You only succeeded because I guided you.
Wait, what? That's absurd! I worked hard for everything I've achieved. I didn't need your help.
Oh, really? Let me remind you, your success only happened because of my advice. The projects you completed, my ideas, my support. The promotions, I pushed for them. You couldn't do anything on your own without me. That's the reality you've been living in, but you never realized it, did you?
So now you're saying everything I achieved was because of you? My promotions, my success, they were all thanks to you?
Yes, you wouldn't have gotten anywhere without me. Every project you presented was backed by me. Every deal you closed was made possible because I helped you with it. Don't act like you did it on your own. I've been the one doing the heavy lifting, supporting you all this time. You think you've been doing all this on your own? No, you've been standing on my shoulders.
But that's not fair. You were supposed to be my partner, my wife, not just my advisor. I thought we were a team, but now you're telling me I didn't deserve anything I've accomplished?
That's right. You only reached those milestones because I helped you. You didn't even realize it, but it's true. My advice, my influence. Without it, you'd still be stuck in the same place. And now look at you, betraying me, tossing me aside. Don't act like I'm the bad guy here.
Wait, hold on. So now your grandfather is really angry with me? You're saying he's furious?
Of course he's angry. Did you think he wouldn't be? You probably got an earful from him, didn't you? You think he's just going to let you treat me like this without consequences?
You think he's mad at me?
Yes, he's livid. He's been quietly watching how you've been treating me. You think he didn't notice? Of course he did. He's furious. You messed up, and now you're going to pay for it.
I didn't know it was this serious. I had no idea he was that angry.
Oh, it's serious, all right. He's been fuming, and you'll have to face the consequences of your actions.
But wait, I still don't understand. You've been preparing for this for years?
Yes, while you were busy thinking you were the one making all the important decisions, I've been quietly preparing for the future. I've been learning, gaining experience, and working alongside my grandfather. The plan was always for me to take over. You've never asked, so I never mentioned it. But now you're starting to see it, aren't you?
So, what does this mean for me now? I don't get it.
It means, my dear husband, that you are now irrelevant. Your future here is uncertain. You're not going to rise any higher. In fact, you might be on your way out. My grandfather's decision to bring me back into the company means your days here might be numbered. If you've messed up this much, there's a good chance you'll be fired.
Wait, fired? You saying I might get fired? Me? Why?
Well, it's simple. My grandfather is done with you. He doesn't trust you anymore. After everything you've done to me, everything you've said to me, he doesn't want someone like you in his company. If you don't step up, you'll be gone. And if that happens, good luck. You won't be able to work anywhere else in this industry. My grandfather has connections everywhere.
No, this can't be happening.
Well, it is happening. You brought this on yourself. You wanted to betray me, so now you'll face the consequences. My grandfather's not going to let this slide.
But what about me? What happens to me?
I don't know, but you better start thinking about your future because it's not looking bright. You might be facing a career ending very soon.
I didn't deserve this. I didn't do anything wrong.
You think you didn't deserve it? Look at what you've done. You've treated me like trash, and now you'll face the consequences. You've hurt me, and now my grandfather's stepping in to make sure you understand just how badly you messed up.
No, this can't be the end.
It is. And you know what? You should have thought about that before. You'll have to live with your choices now. I won't apologize for what's happening to you. You brought it all on yourself.
Andrea, listen to me. If things keep going like this, I'm going to lose everything. I can't stand being demoted to a regional branch. Please help me.
Are you seriously asking me for help at this point? The executive accepted the transfer, didn't he? Megan already quit without a fuss, and yet you're the only one still begging me like this. It's almost laughable.
I was wrong. I neglected everything you did for me, and I took it all for granted. I'm sorry. I realize how much I've hurt you. Please forgive me.
Well, at least you weren't fired, so you should be grateful for that, right?
Being transferred to a regional factory is basically like a demotion. The industry is completely different, and so is the job description. Besides, the idea of you replacing the executive was, well, it was never going to happen.
Weren't you supposed to marry Megan? You could go marry her, go to the countryside, and live your life. You don't need to bother me anymore. It might be better there for you, right?
Megan and I aren't getting married anymore.
Oh?
The moment I lost my standing, she flipped on me. Apparently, she had always liked someone else, and we were just going through with the marriage because her father told her to. She never really cared about me. I was just an option to her.
Wow, that's a surprise, isn't it? You were planning a new life, but she had different plans all along. Well, I guess it's good you figured that out before you got married. I don't really care about your situation anymore, though.
That's when it hit me. I made a huge mistake. What I really needed was you, Andrea. You were the one who was always there for me. I only realized that after I lost you. Can't you understand that?
Huh, not even a little bit. But honestly, whether you accept this demotion or not, it has nothing to do with me anymore. You've made your choices, and I've made mine. We're divorced, remember? We're strangers now, and nothing you say will change that.
Was this really the right thing to do? You promised me you wouldn't demand alimony, right? You're going to honor that promise, aren't you?
Yes, of course. I'm not going to ask for any alimony. Honestly, I'm actually glad you reached out like this. If you hadn't, I would have had to involve not just a lawyer, but also a private investigator to gather all the evidence. That would have taken so much more time and effort. But let's be real, this works out in your favor too, doesn't it? You didn't really have any affection for him, did you? I mean, this is only making things easier for you, right?
Well, you're not wrong about that. The whole marriage thing was just something my father pressured me into. It was never really something I wanted. I'm sure I'll find someone else soon enough. And now, with you being demoted, you won't be moving up in the company anytime soon either, will you? Honestly, it's almost a relief that I'm not going through with the marriage. It was never meant to be, and now it doesn't have to be.
I figured as much. In a way, you should be happy this relationship is over. But as for your position, well, that's another story. It's pretty much a done deal.
Wait, what do you mean by my position? Why am I being fired? I thought demoting my father and him losing his position was enough to make up for everything. And we agreed you wouldn't take this out on me, didn't we?
No, you agreed that in exchange for not demanding alimony, you would hand over the necessary proof of the affair and agree to say you had another boyfriend, and that's why we're breaking up. Those were the conditions, and nowhere did I say I wouldn't fire you. You've got it all wrong.
I get that, but I didn't hear anything about being fired. I thought I was off the hook with that. If you want, I'll just tell Mitch that it was all a lie. Maybe you want to risk it? Fine, I'll say whatever you want, but if you really think you can fire me, let's see what happens.
You can say whatever you want. Honestly, I don't think it's going to matter. You clearly don't have any intention of going back to Mitch, right? So really, what's the point of saying anything? It's not going to change anything. But just to be clear, if you do reveal the truth, I'll go ahead with the alimony claim as we agreed. Don't think for a second I won't.
This is getting way out of hand. I don't know what to make of all this.
Don't you realize what you've done? You've shattered someone's life, and you don't even seem to care. You have no concept of the damage you've caused.
Well...
It may have already been broken before, but that doesn't change the fact that you involved yourself with a married man and committed adultery. You still haven't shown any remorse for that, and why, after everything, do you still want to remain in the company? Mitch isn't around anymore, your father's gone, and you've accomplished nothing on your own. Why would you want to stay? You've been living off your father's position for years, doing nothing. It's time to get out there and actually find a job. No more free rides.
I can't believe you're saying all this right now. I don't even know how to react to this, but seriously, why did you make me lie about the affair? It makes no sense. You wanted a divorce, didn't you? So why force me to say I was cheating?
Why did I make you lie? Because the only reason you ever even cared about me was so you could keep me around. You had no real love for me, just your own selfish desires. You wanted to stay in that comfortable life while you were cheating. But now, I'm making sure you face the consequences. It's all for that. I'm not just letting you walk away unscathed after everything you've done.
Wait, are you seriously angry right now?
I was planning to divorce you anyway, but what you did? Cheating on me and throwing away 15 years of my life? There's no coming back from that. The damage is done, and you're going to pay for it. But to be fair, I'll keep my word on the alimony. You're right about that. I won't ask for anything. But here's the deal. You will never show your face in front of me again. Don't ever contact me again. This is the last time we speak. Goodbye.
Andrea, I heard. It seems like you're doing well now.
I never expected to hear from you, not after everything that happened. So what's the reason you're contacting me now? After all this time, you left the company, didn't you? You made your decision to leave, so why would you reach out? You can't possibly expect me to believe there's any reason behind this. Unless you're planning something else. A kind of revenge for what happened?
Wait, hold on. Why are you acting like this? What did I do? I'm just reaching out, just checking in. It's been so long. I didn't think this would turn into some kind of confrontation. I wasn't expecting an angry response.
You really don't know, do you? You must be angry. All this time, I've imagined that you must resent me. For everything I did, for how I ruined your career, for how I pushed you out of that position. You must hate me for that.
Hate you? No, that's not it at all. I don't hate you. But there's so much. I felt so much frustration. I thought finally this was it. This was my chance to get ahead, to rise above. But instead, I was shoved into a regional office. A move that was supposed to feel like an opportunity, but ended up being a punishment. An exile, really. And then after your grandfather applied so much pressure, I couldn't even find another job in the industry. So yeah, it stung, it hurt, but I never hated you, not like you think.
You're telling me you don't hate me after everything that happened? Then why are you so bitter? Why are you acting like this?
Because I don't think I ever properly apologized. Because I didn't think things through back then. And now, years later, I realize how wrong I was. So I'm saying it now, what I should have said then. I'm sorry. I was an idiot. I shouldn't have acted the way I did. I wasn't thinking about how my actions would affect you. I should have considered how deeply it all hurt you. When I went back and read through our old messages, I felt disgusted by myself. You were right. I let my ambition, my excitement over the promotion cloud my judgment. I hurt you, and that's something I can never take back. But I can apologize, so I am.
You're really doing this now? Apologizing like this? After everything that happened, now you want to apologize? What exactly are you trying to get from me? You want forgiveness? Do you think that's going to make up for what you did?
I'm not looking for anything from you. Why won't you believe me? I understand that after everything I did, you have every right to be skeptical. You don't have to believe me. Not right now. Not after everything. But I've realized how foolish I was. I was swept up in Megan, in her youth, her looks, and her connections. She was the daughter of the executive director, and I got caught up in that. But I didn't stop to think about what I had in front of me. I didn't realize what you meant to me, how much you had supported me all those years. I took that for granted, and now I see how stupid that was. I shouldn't have acted that way. And I see it clearly now, and I'm sorry.
You can say all this now, but it doesn't change anything. It's too late for that. I'm no longer in the position I once was, and I'm not taking over the company. You know that, right? And, in case you hadn't heard, I'm divorced. There's no coming back from any of that. So, all your apologies, all your regrets, they don't really mean anything anymore.
I know, and I'm not trying to drag you back into all of that. That's not what I'm doing. What I'm saying is that I've realized my mistakes. I see now how I should have acted. Megan was always just a distraction. I never took the time to appreciate what you did for me, what you meant to me. And now, everything I thought I could count on has crumbled. My career, my relationships, everything, it's all gone. The executive director who I thought would back me up turned his back on me. And now he's living some simple life in the countryside, probably relieved to be rid of me. I thought he'd be there for me. I was wrong. I never realized how much you were my support, how much you were the foundation of everything I had. And now it's all gone. I didn't know any of this. I never saw it. I didn't realize back then. But now that it's all over, I understand. I see it for what it really was, and I realize how much I've lost. Especially the 15 years I spent with you. I took it all for granted, and now I have nothing left. This is all on me. I have no one to blame but myself.
You don't need to tell me all this. I already know. And yes, I'm well aware of what's happened. You've lost everything. You can't go back, and I can't go back either. But at least, through it all, there were moments that I'll always appreciate. Moments that were good, that were real. I'll never forget those.
For that, I thank you. I don't know if that makes up for everything, but I'm grateful for those times. You deserve to hear that.
You're saying all this, but it's too late. What now? You think you can just apologize and everything will be fine?
I don't think that. I know it's too late. But I need you to know, I don't expect anything from you. Not forgiveness, not understanding. I just wanted you to know that I get it. That I'm not blind to what happened. I understand my role in all of this. I've lost everything. I'm no longer part of that world, and I know it. But I'm trying to move on, and I need you to know that. That's why I'm contacting you now, to let you know that I've found something else. I'm going back to my hometown. I finally got a job, something to rebuild from.
Oh, I see. Well, congratulations then. It's good that you found something.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it would matter to you, but I felt like I had to let you know. I wanted to apologize and at least tell you what's been going on. It's a small company, but they're giving me a position with some responsibility. It's not much, but I'm hoping I can use what I've learned to make something of it, to rebuild.
You've been trying, huh? It sounds like you've been serious about finding something. I was worried you might still hate me or that I'd made things even worse for you. It's a relief to hear that you're doing okay.
I don't hate you. I don't have any hate for you. I see now that everything that happened was my fault. I take full responsibility. Whatever comes next, I don't think I'll ever get back what I had before. I might struggle. I might never regain that position, that power. But in the end, none of that matters. The one thing I regret the most is losing you.
You realize that now, after all this time, you're finally seeing that? Maybe it's too late, don't you think?
Yeah, it's too late. But I'm not gonna pretend like I don't see it. I can't go back. You're thriving, building something great, and here I am packing up to leave. All along, I never understood. I didn't realize that you were the bedrock of everything I thought I could achieve. I should have recognized that, and now it's too late. We can't turn back time, I know that. But I'll always appreciate the good things that came from it. Thank you for that. I'll always be grateful. If there's a chance, if you could meet with me again just once.
I'm sorry, I can't do that.
I thought as much. But it's okay. I'll keep trying to do better, even if it's too late now. I'll work hard to become someone you can respect again, someone who's worthy. Maybe someday you'll look at me and see who I should have been all along. But for now, I wish you the best. Truly. You're gonna do great things, Deputy Director.
Goodbye, Mitch. Take care of yourself. Don't push yourself too hard. You've been through enough. I'm rooting for you. I threw myself wholeheartedly into my work, eager to regain my confidence and find my rhythm again. I quickly became my grandfather's right hand, and the company grew at an astounding pace. There was no time to waste. Every decision, every move I made was aimed at pushing the business to new heights. My grandfather, proud of the progress I'd made, often spoke about my growth with a sense of pride. Over the years, I built trust in the business world, not by relying on others, but by relying on my own abilities and instincts. I knew what needed to be done, and I did it. Sometimes I reflect on the past. I think back to those 15 years when I supported Mitch, believing that was where my happiness lay. Back then, I thought that sacrificing myself for someone else's success was what I needed. I thought that was what would bring me fulfillment. But looking at my life now, I realize how narrow that perspective was. I've gained so much more in terms of growth and fulfillment by stepping into my own power, carving my own path, and pursuing my dreams. Now, I look to the future with a broader perspective. The focus has shifted from holding on to what was to embracing what's yet to come. I no longer feel shackled by the past, nor do I feel the need to relive or constantly analyze it. Instead, I've learned how important it is to move forward, to pursue the path I've chosen for myself with confidence. I think that's what true freedom is, choosing your own direction and going after it with everything you've got. It's something I hadn't fully understood before, but now I see it clearly. As for Mitch, it's unlikely that we'll ever cross paths again. The world is small, but it's big enough that our lives have taken different directions. Still, I've heard through the grapevine that he's been working hard. Part of me feels a sense of curiosity about how he's doing, but mostly, I just hope he's found his own way, just as I have. In the past, I would have felt a sense of bitterness, maybe even anger toward him for all the time and energy I gave. But now, there's none of that. I no longer harbor any ill feelings toward Mitch. I've let go of the resentment, and I actually find myself wishing him well. I want him to succeed, to find happiness, whatever that means for him. The shift in how I feel toward Mitch happened because, in the end, he did something important. Something that allowed me to close that chapter of my life for good. He apologized. Sincerely and with humility, he took responsibility for the things he did, for the ways he hurt me, and that was something I never expected. It wasn't about seeking reconciliation or trying to reignite a relationship that had long ended. It was about acknowledging the past and putting it to rest. The simple, honest act of apology gave me the peace I needed. I could finally say that I was done with that part of my life. Could finally forgive, not just him, but myself too. The burden of resentment lifted, and I was able to see the situation for what it truly was, without the cloud of anger and disappointment hanging over me. That's why, now, I have no desire to dwell on what happened between us. I don't need to rehash old wounds or live in the past. The apology was enough, and with that, I could close the door and move on.